You're probably wondering, hey, I think I watched this type of video before, and yeah, you did. The first ever video I made has over 30,000 views, and it's basically me reviewing my own account after 1500 days, and now we're gonna do that after 1800 days. So we're gonna continue, and I'm gonna use that video as a comparison point. Now, first of all, there are two reasons why I do this. First is obviously the views. People like to watch this type of video. And second, it's a nice video journal for me, so I can see how far I've come and what are my goals at the time, and did I achieve them. So it's good to see progression. It's very rewarding for me. So those are the two reasons. Now, the first obvious difference is before I was VIP 15, I'm VIP 16. Obviously, the the materials are a big help every day. I really notice difference in my production and the amount of materials I have. So very happy with that improvement. The second most improved are the armaments. So I maxed the armaments building recently, and the amount of armaments I got as an upgrade is really noticeable. And let's go over the commanders real quick. Equipment, nothing really changed on my cavalry, but armaments wise, definitely a big change. As you can see, I got nearly 30% of stats, and I'm really happy with my cavalry march. And obviously, got really lucky with rerolls for the hunter, and obviously, still trying to transmute this for defense. Same thing here for defense, and I need to put the description in this so I can reroll it too. We'll see which one. But overall, cavalry is armaments wise my best March. Sargon. Sargon has been my last max commander that I use, and he wasn't maxed in my first video. I was working on him at the time, and at the time I didn't have two infantry equipment setups. Now I do. So this is the two-piece setup, and I'm going to get the Shio's crit hopefully soon. But I'll try to find a way to make the blueprint. And as far as the armaments, I think this is the better infantry. Yeah, this is the better infantry setup, and obviously got a lot of health, and I still need to reroll. Not exactly been lucky with them as well, but a lot of health on the table still to get done, and obviously a lot of improvements to be had for infantry, which is good because I think I could get easily over 25% of stats flat. And let's go to the Trajan. Trajan had no armaments changes, which is strange, but that's how it is. But definitely been a lot of changes for the equipment. I used to have the whole cloak and the infantry gloves and helm, but those went to the second infantry march like I wanted to, and I replaced it with the windswept so far, and it will be there for a long while because a lot of the weapon has march speed for infantry and for cavalry, so I got a lot of march speed added on. So it's a nice synergy, and I want to see it in the open field. So for the time being, I think this will work just fine. One, one really hasn't changed at all, equipment wise. And armaments, I don't think there's been a lot of upgrades, but I still need to transmute some things here as well. But these are epics, so I can't do that. So I could use an upgrade, but this is the second infantry march for the time being. Boudica, Boudica had good amount of changes. I used to have the green gloves and the golden age. Now I got the 3 piece and about to get the 4 piece. I just need 10 more fragments for the dragon helm. And yeah, armaments wise, I don't think there's been a lot of upgrades, but I'm obviously still trying to transmute. Not getting very lucky, as you can see by my chances. But overall, I think archers have been decent for me in terms of armaments, and we'll see how it goes later. And for the primaries, that is it. Liu Che, obviously the new big guy in town, and as you can see, later on we'll do the stage 3, so I'm gonna have even more heads to use. And I definitely want to max him by the time next wheel comes, so I'm keeping up with the meta this time. And since then, our only expertise is Freddy, Freddy, and Caesar is really close. So in the first video, I was working on Sargon, an infantry commander, and by the time that finished, I finished Frederick, and looks like it will be the same way for Liu Che and Caesar. So it's kind of nice correlation there. But other than that, there's not been much changes in my roster. So let's check my stats. Obviously, my kill points, I don't remember how many I had. I think it was 1.8 billion. And obviously, I didn't really leap much. And honestly, in the summer, KVK didn't have much time compared to this one, which I'm recording this in the morning, by the way. It's very early for me, just so I can get it just so I can get it done, so I can go to work later. So if you appreciate that effort, then please subscribe if you haven't. If you have liked the video, this helps me a lot as a channel. And now we're gonna do the stage 3, also known as the dopamine stage. So let's get all these heads. That was strange. I surely have enough for most of these things. So what am I looking for? Obviously the heads and the speed ups. And now it's like stars are fine. These are fine as well. Keys are always nice. Maybe I can max Caesar now. And we'll get the resources. I really need the resources. Rest, I don't really care about. So let's open up these keys while I'm here. Maybe I got lucky with Caesar. And I always open up one by one. Gold keys. I think it's giving me better results. And as for the account, I'm still not using a farm. And as you can see, my resources are not very bountiful. But it's just, I'm really used to it by now. And really, you should be too, if you're watching me. Ragnar 5 heads. Cool. So I just need some Caesar heads, and then I can max it from the Alliance mobilization, from the commander pick choice chests. But seems like we're not gonna get any Caesar heads, which is a shame. But I don't really use Caesar. I use him in the Ark of Osiris as the secondary because of his double relic march speed, so I can reinforce a rally or a structure. And I believe I covered most upgrades, as my goals were obviously to get State Forum maxed, to get the new commanders, get the equipment, and I think I've done most of that. The only thing I'm really missing is the city skin, which I'm I'm I would say I'm close, but maybe by the end of KVK I should be getting it, but not in time for the actual fighting, which is a shame. But that is fine with me. Oh, and by the way, if you buy if you buy the frame from the Cloud Scanning Shop, and even if you have it, you get 200 gems. I've been told that you get that, so I'm gonna test it for myself. But if you didn't know that, now you know. My goals are obviously get the city skin for the infantry, and after I max Liu Che, obviously I plan on pairing with Sargon. As you can see, I'm really close. I need 25 heads, and then 80, that's 105, which is very doable in KVK, and especially with the Alliance event going on, it's going to be very, very frequent. So for after Liu Che, I'm just gonna collect the sculptures and wait for the new Cavalry, because I think I'm gonna replace William with the next meta open field Cavalry, and I'm skipping out archers again because I know for a fact that we're gonna make another very good cavalry commander. So I'm really banking on that again because the history shows they really do make a lot of bias towards cavalry. So there you go. If you guys like the video, subscribe once again, and I will see you in the next one.